102.1, Oro Valley, Tucson.
An Arizona Lotus Corp radio station.
You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right.
No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Shipping worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, February 5th. Good morning, Kendall.
Good morning.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We have a lot to get to today and lots of things to give away. So buckle up and get ready to ride, Tucson. No, okay, that was cheesy.
Well, I'm like, where are we going?
Yeah, well,
Ride where?
We're going on a mental vacation. So there's a couple things that we'll address here. First and foremost, now tons of listener bait. I have to give away 2 pairs of tickets for the Black Crows because I forgot to give away a pair yesterday. So I'm going to be doing that this hour. Also, I have tickets for the Gem Show. If you want to go look at a bunch of rocks, I got you. And then on top of that, we have Win 'em Before You Buy 'em tickets for Motionless in White. That's going to be at 7 o'clock. And if that is not all, it isn't, because we're going to have Michael from Mama Louisa's Italian Restaurante in studio in the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to do a round of tap out with him for the very first time. They're celebrating 70 years. So everyone's been to Mama Louisa's at one point or another if they grew up here in Arizona. And 70-year anniversary is a huge accomplishment.
That's a milestone.
Yes. Multi-generational family-owned restaurant. Joe Spaghetti still hits. And I have a feeling, and I think I do know for a fact, that Michael's going to be coming in bringing a bunch of delicioso food. And so we're going to gorge like the little fat kids we are.
So maybe don't eat my morning Pop-Tart?
I mean, I'm sure you have enough room for both, to be honest with you. All right, let's get to our top stories today. Unfortunately, there's still no recent developments in the case of Nancy Guthrie. As you know, that she was abducted from her home over the weekend. The FBI were at her house yesterday investigating more, looking for DNA evidence. Last night, the family with Savannah and her sister and brother made a statement. Savannah couldn't even get through the statement. She was breaking down in tears, pleading, for her mother's safety, return, thoughts, all that. You could tell it's this. I mean, this is something that obviously will mostly wreck any family when the matriarch is in jeopardy like this. And unfortunately, the longer things go, the more concerning it becomes. And again, ransom letters apparently were involved. So the whole thing is odd. It's a mystery. It's crazy. It's happening right here in our own backyard, and the federal authorities have been investigating. So they're basically helping out the sheriffs there, which is probably good news because we know how slow things can operate here sometimes when it comes to these kind of things, because they're just so overwhelmed. And it's not even blaming the sheriff's department, police department, any of that. It's just like, we don't have the funding for all of this stuff, and so. And we keep these departments super active. So, they're stretched paper thin. So, we'll see what the deal is, what's happening. And hopefully at the end of this, there's a positive conclusion, but again, statistically speaking, the longer it goes, the scarier it becomes. So
Right.
That's happening. On top of that, the number one trend consistently now is Epstein, right? And that's, if you go on Twitter right now, you look at number one, Epstein. Of course, the Epstein files continue to be released. And, obviously there's disturbing stuff. The disturbing revelations is that, there is no political bias when it comes to the absurdity, the perversion, and the corruption of a lot of the world's elite, right? But the problem I'm having with it is that there's also so much misinformation in AI and Photoshop.
Off the chain.
Yeah, because people are riding this trend all day long to, just do a hashtag Epstein, knowing that it's going to pop up in some kind of search and stuff, and the algorithm's going to boost it. And, whatever it is. I mean, so I can't even tell you what the revelations are, even though I've gone down a rabbit hole or two. And of course, there's curiosity. There's morbid curiosity on this. You want to know who the bad guys are. And then you also are kind of disgusted at whatever revelation. Be like, oh, this This is kind of worse than like 17-year-old Russian models, beyond that, right? And then like a code word shrimp, right? And it turns out they were super racist when it comes to their victims, and like a whole bunch of different things. But again, you can't really tell. And then there's a lot of images that are circulating that's like, hey, these images have been out. They've been out for years, So the thing is maddening for sure. And I know there's people out there that are making it kind of like their mission to decipher it and find out the truth and lies, try to go through all the different redactions, ask the proper questions as to why is this redacted, why is that redacted, to try to get to the bottom of it. Because the reality is we are so far from 100% transparency. We're not in the positive of transparency. We still have more redactions than we have revelations. So we are legitimately still, I would say, and this is generous, 65% in the dark of really what these files represent. So maybe 35% of what is in those files is actually revealed to the general public, even though it is by law voted and supposedly supposed to be revealed.
I mean, the pessimist in me feels like we're going to stay at that 65%. And hypothetically, if we get more, what even is going to happen after that? Like, are we willing to take, justice into our own hands?
Oh, well, don't be saying that on a public airways. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So we're going to, obviously keep an eye on it, see how it develops and, and try not to literally go insane trying to connect all the dots and all the red strings, because that could also drive you mad as well. So those are the top 2 stories today. But let's do a straight up palate cleanser and give away tickets for the Gem Show right now. So if you want to go to the Gem Show for free, caller number 10 right now, 600-KFMA, 600-5362. You're going to start off our show on a positive note with a free win, free tickets, and that won't stop because we'll be continuing to give out tickets all morning long. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Music on the way from Nickelback. But first, here's The Offspring with The Kids Aren't All Right. See, even they knew. Jesus. Rock 2.1 KFMA. We rocks. That's right. What's up, Todd Marley? That was our show open from this morning, covering top stories. Back to eating spaghetti and chicken parmigiana with Chef Michael as we're getting ready to do Tap Out. And it's going to be exclusive where we're going to give streamers, people who are watching the stream, a heads up on the first 2 questions for Tap Out. And that's going to give you kind of an advantage. It's going to be $125 up for grabs today, which I don't think you could or should use the gift certificates on Mama Louisa's 70th anniversary when everything is 70% off. Or
spend it wisely.
They're going to have to wheel you out of there, dude. Yes. And then you're a hot mess right now because you've been eating Joe's spaghetti. So
it's so good that I spilled it on my pants and then I just ate it off my pants.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's quite a testimony.
Yeah. She's freaky
Market
like that. Yeah, so we're going to get into that. And we were talking about, Chef Michael says he doesn't care as much about the Epstein stuff. He wants to hear about the UFOs. When are we talking about aliens? When is that going to be revealed? Which still experts are saying that's soon, too, the big revelation. So we'll find out, whenever that may be. Mm-hmm. I know that we went through, we did a segment yesterday where NASA officially postponed their, moon landing, mission. Again, it got delayed.
Convenient.
Right. And then so I went through all the official statements as to why, plus all the different conspiracies as to why not, that were being said on the internet, and did a little back and forth. Obviously people, like when you do something like that, they're questioning, and I'm still a massive fan of the Dark Side of the Moon lore, right? That I'm not 100% convinced that we don't have some sort of like space station set up, like a gas station, like a super shell on the backside of the moon for just different visitors. I mean, in my mind, that would be cool. That would be, intergalactic capitalism.
Like a Buc-ee's on the moon?
Yes.
That'd be crazy.
In fact, actually, it probably would be a Buc-ee's.
That's where they actually started.
Yeah, that's where they started. Yes.
Turn around 3,000 light years away.
Yeah, straight up. In fact, actually, when you drive on the 10 and you're going up to Phoenix and they have that Buc-ee's billboard and it tells you to make a U-turn and it's 300 and some miles, they're probably pointing to the moon, man. Because I'm like, wait a second, you're supposed to make a Buc-ee's in Buckeye, and I know my, directions, and Buckeye is northwest when I'm going north on the 10.
Lies.
You're telling me to turn around. There's not one in Rocky Point. We've been there. That's L Buc-ee's. Totally different. They stole the IP, but they could do that in Mexico.
There really one?
No, but I'm surprised there isn't though, because
I was about to email that beaver.
Yeah, you know how Mexico is with trademark infringement. They don't give a fuck.
Instead of the beaver with his little trucker hat, he's got a sombrero on.
Yeah. I would love it. All right, let's get on the air real quick. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Now, real quick on the air, we're going to do a couple things. I want to mention this since we were kind of touching on, the conspiratorial type of news of UFOs and Epstein. Did you hear that the Earth might lose gravity for 7 seconds? Did you hear this conspiracy?
I did hear about it, yeah.
So we can all play Michael Jordan for 7 seconds?
You would think it'd be that easy and stuff, but no, there is something to this, right? This has been going around here now for a couple months, and now NASA did make an official statement saying this will not happen, and for several reasons. But the theory goes this: there was 2 black holes that kind of combusted and combined against each other, right? And with that, they're sending essentially a power wave like we haven't seen in our lifetimes before. That is going to hit Earth August 12th around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if that does happen, according to the theory, and this was basically what the internet states, is that a leaked paper from the Pentagon was released to the internet stating this as fact, and that they got to be prepared for Project Anchor. Which when the Earth loses gravity for 7 seconds. So according to this theory, right, once that wave of energy hits the Earth for 7 seconds, our atmosphere will lose all gravity just for 7 seconds. But of course, 7 seconds without gravity would be catastrophic on a global event, right? Because you're floating up for 7 seconds, and then what comes up must come down, right? And then that's everything dropping back down. Now, the only thing that makes me feel a little bit comfortable about this theory, if it was to be true, is that at 7:30 in the morning, I'll pretty much be on the air, and I'm kind of hunkered down by this desk. I've already done little tests where I'm sitting, I'm doing the show, and I'm holding it down and my chair and everything. Okay, we got 7 seconds, doing a countdown. Now,
so you'll just be mad about your Dunkin' Donuts spilling over?
No, I'll be mad about my car floating up for 7 seconds and then dropping to the Earth.
Suspension.
Hey, just park it underneath the
yeah,
awning.
I will, but it's still dropping 10 feet, right? But I mean, of course, it could be catastrophic beyond that. Now, NASA has debunked this as a viral rumor. The hoax claims that Project Anchor predicted this event. And again, it's August 12th. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it does happen on August 12th, then no, 7 seconds, right? 7 seconds is what you need to remember. But NASA did point out this very, this is a fact if you believe in physics, that Earth's gravity is determined by its mass, and the only way to lose gravity would be to lose mass. So it does kind of poke a massive hole in that kind of theory.
So the Earth's going to be on Ozempic for 7 seconds?
Maybe.
It's the real 7 minutes. Or 7 seconds.
7 seconds in heaven.
Yeah,
you literally float for 7 seconds in
heaven.
heaven. So that is a theory that the internet has been holding on to. Now, we've already been through 2012. We've already been through all these catastrophic internet theory events. Yes, and we survived them. So I feel like we're going to survive this one as well. But I just want to give you a heads up just in case. Hold on for 7 seconds.
So plan your day around that.
Yeah, and I think it's a Thursday, so me and you would be together.
Okay.
And again, we'll just hunker down and be good to go. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just tell your friends to be inside at 7:30 in the morning on August 12th, 7:34 for 7 seconds. You should be good. What if it's late by 5 minutes? So you're like, oh, I knew it was bunk, and then all of a sudden, oh no, I just went outside to look at the sun. No! All right, join us on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. There, we're going to tell you the first 2 questions and tap out to give you a heads up. And then we're going to play the game to give up to $125 in gift certificates to Mama Louisa's Italian Restaurante. So stick around. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA.
You also didn't make it out sauce free. You got it on your shirt, on your collar.
Shit! On my collar?
Yeah.
How do I get it on my collar?
Yeah.
You went to town, son.
You got the white shirt on, bro.
I know. I didn't think ahead.
No, it's
Should've
next to
wore
you,
red.
right here in
Yeah,
the
it's
collar.
right
All
on
right,
the
so if
collar.
I stand there here.
No, that's the side that has it.
Damn it, man. That's my good
I
side.
can see it on the camera.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
You got
see it on
HD now,
screen.
dude.
Yeah.
How bad is it?
Not that bad.
It's just a little dot.
little dot.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
got some
this-
shouts to put on it later? Or what gets out marinara stains?
Yeah, what would you recommend? You got to be a
You
pro
should start
on that.
selling that in the
Right.
restaurant.
Laundry
You
soap.
should sell that.
Just
That'd be
soap?
funny.
Yeah, laundry soap.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Elefante spaghetti be gone or sauce be gone?
Yeah.
Just a special thing, but just relabel. It's just Tide
Yeah.
Pods.
Just Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Chrissy agrees. As long as we have mass, we have gravity. So we won't lose Earth. So we should be good.
I got
But
lots
at
of
the same
gravity.
time, in that theory, I have a lot of mass. Why is it then every woman has left me and did it so easily, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's because 7 seconds isn't long enough.
Damn.
I'm so desensitized down there.
Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, I have asthma attacks before I actually finish. All right, so
Jeez.
yeah. I got to get an
Pass me
inhaler.
the
and shit.
inhaler.
That's how long I can go. Where I'm like physically, I'm just like I don't know if I want to keep going. It's like doing 2 a days at the gym. All right, I
Was
should
that
stop
good
talking.
for you?
Yeah. Like Darth Vader. Like, hey, why are you breaking out your CPAP machine right now? It's just so I can keep going. It's like
I'm locked and loaded. CPAP's on. Let's roll.
that's right. Yeah.
Daddy's ready.
I thought you were into role play.
Yeah. Let me know if you get too turned on, because then we'll change the subject if that's the case. Yeah. I know talking about that is a super hot turn on. So, okay, here's the deal. I'll play back a clip from Morning Moron, get you situated. Our theme today, I had to go super Italian with our theme that get people excited about this and want to play the game. So, Super Mario Brothers. Nothing more Italian than that. Hell, you kind of look like Mario with that mustache.
Nothing more Italian than that. That's hilarious.
Created by Japanese
Japanese.
company.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, it's true.
They appropriated the culture a little bit. I mean, if you look at the basis of it, super racist, but also
It's fine.
for most Americans, that's as Italian as it gets. So I'm going to share these questions, and we're going to share them on the air before we open up the phone line. So everyone that's watching the stream is going to get a heads up on at least the first 2 questions. So if they make it through, and they have enough time to prep, then hey, that might be $50 right there in the bag. Right?
Nailed it.
Yeah, exactly. So earlier this morning, we did our morning moron of a guy who loved Little Caesars so much after he got fired, he just kept on coming back. And in case you missed it, it went like this. Check it out. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's now 6:17 and time for your morning moron. Let's do this. All right. You ever been fired from a job? And you're like, man, I still love that job. I want to go back sometimes just to relive that job. Okay, like in a restaurant. You ever been, you work in a restaurant.
Not fired, but I mean, if I've left, I reminisce on the good old days and wish I could have them again.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, see, I've been fired and rehired multiple times, right?
Right.
And it's something that I wear proudly. Like, I'm the person that you would like hate to love. But, like I worked in restaurants as well. Like, I worked at Garcia's, got fired from there, and I was like, damn, I really like their, their chimichangas, and their salsa, but I never decided to actually like break in the middle of the night just to have some chimichangas and salsa. Today's morning moron is a story of a person who did just that. A former employee broke into a Little Caesars in North Carolina the other night and started selling pizzas.
Oh.
It's his side hustle. He's like, I know how to make these pizzas, right? Now they fired me, but you know what? I still need to make some money, and I want to work. Cops say the 41-year-old Jonathan got in after they closed for the night, opened the place back up, and just straight up selling pies, right?
I thought you were going to say he broke in and ate all the pizza. He's just literally going in to work unpaid?
No, because he was pocketing the money, right?
Oh.
Yeah, he was getting 100% profit. This was his side hustle. Now, no
cash
word.
only.
Yeah, no word on how many pizzas he sold or, what he charged. Little Caesars, pretty cheap, as notoriously cheap. But maybe he was like, hey, this is the late night edition. It's going to cost you a couple bucks more. Now, he got caught when he tried it a second time on Sunday, but showed up too early. He was a little too anxious to make that money because the first time worked so well, and they didn't even know. They're just like, what? Like, it just at the end of the day, like they thought it was business as usual.
He adjusted their inventory counts, make it, covered his tracks.
Apparently, they were doing a bad job of keeping inventory. So, yeah. And so he showed up early, and employees were still there, and then they straight up got into a fist fight with him. They tried to stop him from breaking in. It turned into a brawl. His injuries were bad enough that cops took him to the hospital first, then to jail. Because look, if you're going to fight anybody, you're not going to fight fast food employees. All right. Like fast food employees,
they got instincts.
They're down, right? They're there working there because they fought growing up. You know what I mean? There's no bitch ass fast food employee. They're all down to scrap.
100%.
At any given time. They're unhappy with the way things have been working out, and they just need a reason. Jonathan gave him a reason. And, I'll show you a mugshot where his eyes going to be swollen shut here. You ready for this? Yeah. There's Jonathan.
Oh.
Yep. All right. Now he's facing 3 felony charges for breaking and entering, larcening, and obtaining property by false pretenses. He was also a curfew. There was also a curfew in effect because the area got over a foot of snow last weekend. So they tacked on a misdemeanor for that. So he got some bad weather crimes attached to him because they didn't even want people out. But you know what? When people are snowed in and they're hankering for Little Caesars, they got a craving. Jonathan was actually doing a public service. But the problem was he was pocketing that public service. He was doing it for his side hustle, and everything got really messy. Then when he tried to get greedy and also, take the extra steps to get there early and, be a good entrepreneur, that's where he really effed up. And then he got his ass beat and a felony. For all those reasons and more, that's why Jonathan is today's Morning Moron. Chief again. I called him Keith, but his name's Chief, dude. And I'm like, what a badass name. I was like, we should probably co-host a morning show together. It's a Chief of Beef show. It just makes sense.
Well, I could be Chief.
I mean, that would be insulting to actual Chief who just called in and won those tickets. We already got a Chief, dude. All right. I mean, I could be Beef. I am. All right. Anyways, let's get into this segment. Okay. Now, this is weird. Now, we talked about this earlier this week, and I've mentioned this before. The phenomenon of cold stun iguanas, right? Now, this is a thing where they go into a state of ketosis because they're not normally from, Florida. They're from tropical areas. And the tropical areas closer to the equator don't normally get below a certain temperature. Now, in America, we have cold fronts. And every now and then, every couple of years, you will get hit with one of those cold fronts all through the state of Florida. And that's what's happening right now. Now, with that, of course, the Game and Fish Department's involved. Governor DeSantis even signed a bill saying you could collect them and donate them and will humanely euthanize them because, they're an invasive species. But it is Florida after all. So most people are like, what are you talking about, baby? It's free lunchtime. They call iguana the chicken of the trees.
That's right.
Have you heard that before?
I have heard that before.
It's crazy. So there's so many different videos now that are going viral of people saying, yeah, I just got this comatose iguana. I'm going to make dinner from it right now.
Oh, it freaks me out. It gives me the willies.
I mean, first, I pulled up a clip. This is iguana tacos. Now, this guy, he's a chef extraordinaire. And I'll tell you what, when he shows how he makes these tacos and the finishing results, you would want to add these to the menu of Sace. Now, look, in Arizona, we eat rattlesnake. Okay, we've had rattlesnake. I know a lot of us have, and it's good, right? In Louisiana, they eat frog legs and alligator. And you know what? And at the end of the day, when you try it, you're like, oh my God, it's good. So I have no doubt that the chicken of the trees is probably good. Now, what they do with this, they usually eat the meat in the tail. Right. And so let's see here. I'm just going to play a little bit of this TikTok video that went viral. Check it.
It is currently so cold here in South Florida that iguanas like this one are falling out of the trees. So today we're making iguana tacos.
Now, first, did you see those tacos? Look how good they look. Right.
They did look good.
Right. Now, the thing is, I'm a spoiler alert. OK, so this guy, he gets this iguana. It happens to be a female iguana. So inside that female iguana, there's about 35 eggs. Then he uses those eggs to puree and soft boil them, puree, and make it part of the sauce, like an aioli.
I don't know why we do this with all animals, but this is just really weirding me out.
I get it because iguanas look cool. They're reptiles and, we're not used to it. But again, there are parts of the world that this is not even a delicacy. This is just straight up the main source of protein, right?
And they do look cool, but because they look exotic and green, they look poisonous to me.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to eat it because I feel like it's just gonna...
Yeah, that's nature messing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be like, oh, this looks dangerous. Don't eat it. The same thing with me. I look dangerous. So when we're like, oh, I shouldn't put them in my mouth. But the reality is I'm delicious. All right. So let's get back to this guy here. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Green iguanas are an invasive species here in South Florida that compete with our native wildlife for resources. But because they're not from here, they aren't adapted to the cold. So when we get these cold fronts, they become too cold and they fall straight out of the trees. Whenever we have these cold fronts and they start falling down, a lot of people will go out and collect them to help control the number in the population. But they do have the nickname chicken of the trees because they're absolutely delicious. So rather than let this one go to waste, we're going to make tacos. This next part I'm not going to show because I don't want the video to get taken down, but we have to humanely dispatch and clean this guy.
Well, what do you think he did?
Chopped his head off.
What a dick.
It's a good thing I managed to remove this one when I did, because inside I found over 20 eggs. So by removing this one iguana,
Look like berries, the
They
little eggs.
do look like berries, and I'm like, oh, I would eat iguana eggs all day.
actually
Oh,
saved the environment from over 20 iguanas come spring.
see, he's a hero. He saved the environment.
What a hero.
Yeah.
You guys know that I like to waste as little as possible. So in addition to making the tacos, I'm also going to try to preserve the skin, and any leftovers are used as crab trout bait,
Ooh.
so zero waste.
Now the
First things
skin.
first, I filled the pot.
I'll take a new pair of shoes.
See, that's where the selfishness kicks in. As much as you want to be a humanitarian, or I don't even, not even a humanitarian when it comes to reptile species, but you're like, oh no, it's I just don't feel right unless I wear it, and it's phenomenal. I get it. Okay, so that was iguana tacos. Iguana pizza also became viral. There was a viral pizza shop that's always putting stuff together. This guy came in with some frozen or cold stunned iguanas, and then was like, hey man, can you put this on a pizza? And the chef did exactly that. Did it like a white sauce with olive oil. He sauteed the iguana first, then put it on there with a bunch of different stuff, and then he ate it. And then according to this, it's delicious. They called that the Florida Man pizza. The thing before that was Florida Man tacos. You get the gist, right? And don't be surprised if this type of viral trend, as it continues, they're going to be like, you know what? Why wait until the winter to have this, right? Like you wait until it's like cold and rainy to have like a chicken noodle soup or tomato soup. Nah, this could be a year-round thing and delicacy in Florida. So like next time you fly into like Miami International, don't be surprised if you see iguana tacos or AKA Florida Man tacos on the menu, because I feel like they're starting to develop a taste for that down there.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to invite someone in to bring in some iguana tacos for us to try.
Dude, and the reality is, we have too many foodie friends where that could happen.
All
We'll
right.
see. Michael from Mama Louisa is coming in. Let's see if we can get some iguana spaghetti and meatballs, huh? I don't iguana that. All right, coming up next, we got Justice Spears popping in. We're going to be talking about the big game and who's going to win it and which team is going to get smoked. So stick around. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, Chef Michael, real quick. So, obviously, you also do Guido's Barbecue.
Yes, sir.
We just did this segment on Florida Man tacos, which people in Florida now, because of the cold, Como's toast iguanas falling out of the tree, been eating them like crazy. There's iguana pizza, iguana tacos. They call it chicken of the trees. Have you ever eaten?
Chicken of the trees.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Have you ever eaten iguana? And would you ever try to barbecue some iguana?
Oh, hell yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I'd get down on it.
Yeah.
Have
you tried it though?
No. But I'd be down.
It does look like red chicken. And they say it tastes like chicken. They
Like
usually
thigh
do the
meat?
tail. Like dark thigh meat, right?
I'm down.
And they've been eating the tail. And like I said, I just showed in that TikTok reel, like this chef guy who just picked one up off the ground, was like, this one will do. And then, and then inside it was eggs, and he used the eggs, soft boiled them, and made like an aioli puree, dude.
That's a little much.
I did it though.
Especially
Rock
just like
102.1.
off the street, you don't know what's in that thing.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
That's all
I
they
know,
got.
street iguanas,
That's
but
super organic.
would you rather eat farm-raised iguanas?
Probably.
Yeah.
At least at first to
It's going to be a
Test 'em,
thing. Trust
yeah.
me. As far as, when it comes to our protein sources in the world and stuff, it's going to be a thing. But we're back here live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. With that said, we are about to do Tap Out, where you can win up to $125 to Mama Louisa's Italian Restaurante. 70-year anniversary is coming up here soon. And the theme, since it's Italian, I had to think the most Italian theme possible. And that obviously is Super Mario Bros. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Canadian tuxedo,
Yeah, absolutely.
Denim.
Yeah, so with that, here we're gonna do an exclusive here on the podcast broadcast stream. So if you join us right now, youtube.com/beefvegan, then Chef Michael is gonna tell you the first two questions in Tap Out to kind of give you an advantage, so you could already kind of bank $50 in gift certificates. Now, if you can answer all 5 questions, good for you. You're going to get $125 in gift certificates to Mama Louisa's Italian Restaurante. We're going to do Tap Out right after I play music from the Architects. But if you want to hear the first 2 questions, join us youtube.com/beefvegan or stream along on our Rock 102.1 Instagram page. We'll be back with Tap Out right after this. Clear.
I like that beat.
Yeah, a little techno style beat. I knew that I had some kind of Super Mario thing in there.
I was wondering where the ice cream.
All right, you gonna rap? Go ahead and rap there, Rico.
Gotta wait for the drop. Hold on. Yo, got Elefante with the pasta, 70% off, so it's not gonna cost you.
Yeah.
Come on through, get that spaghetti sauce. Right now, buy it now so you don't get lost.
That's all I got.
As soon as the camera goes on, he freezes.
Nailed it, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say nailed it, but okay. Let's say
He gets jealous.
I am jealous of the bars. All right. Chef Michael, tell the streamers what are the first 2 questions in today's Tap Out. What's the first question?
All right, question number 1. What color is Mario's hat in the classic game?
All right.
Classic.
Super simple. What would be question number 2?
Question number 2 would be, who is Mario's brother and playable partner in 2-person mode?
Okay. Now, those are the first 2 questions. Super simple and easy. So be ready to call 600-KFMA because we're going to open that up. And look at the change out there, too. We're going to open that up and play Tap Out here in just a second, which is going to be sick. And then again, with that, up to 5 questions. They get progressively harder. So those are the first 2 easy ones. You could slam dunk it. If you make it through your caller number 10, you're a contestant. You're pretty much banking on a $50 gift certificate right then and there. And on top of that, if you answer the other ones, and you could get yourself basically $1 billion in spaghetti.
Yeah. You can feed a family of 12 on February 17th.
Yeah, it's Joe's spaghetti, so it's Dad's spaghetti.
Joe's
and with that, tell me your spaghetti 1-bite review here, Miss Kendall.
Oh, 1-bite review?
Yeah.
Right now?
No, just
Should I take a fresh bite?
Sure, if you want to take a fresh
refresh
bite.
myself.
She's just trying to give herself another excuse to stuff her face. We've been eating this spaghetti here for the past hour. Of course, that's fresh made linguine, right, Chef Michael?
Yes, sir.
Everything in-house, fresh made from scratch?
About 90%.
90%?
There's a couple things that the restaurant's been getting for 60, 65 years that we don't do.
Okay.
But we make about 110, 120 pounds of fresh pasta every day.
Yeah, I love that. And then, all the sauce,
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's all from scratch. So the homemade recipe right there, that fresh made linguine. Joe's spaghetti, of course, is the only spaghetti that I've actually come across like this, where, you got the fresh mozzarella, the mozz, that is kind of melted on top of the linguine and then covered in that delicious homemade sauce. And it just hits, dude. It hits. And the chicken parmesan. Yeah, garlic, olive oil, all the good stuff. All the good stuff.
Very clean.
Yeah. And then, we're going to pull up a menu here in a second, but we're going to open up the phone lines here in about 40 seconds to do Tap Out.
Yeah.
It's just going to be super fun. And then you're going to ask these questions. And as always, this is the first time that we've done Tap Out in the 9 o'clock hour for a while, right? So I'll reiterate what the rules are. And then once they get past the first two questions, if they don't know the answer to any other question after that, they have 5 seconds to tap out the cash out. And then we're going to give the rest of the gift certificates to our scavengers. So even if you're not playing, you could score yourself a $25 gift certificate to Mama Louisa's Italian Restaurante. That's
hell yeah.
Say it like me, Rico.
Ristorante.
You got to put the hand there.
Yeah.
It's not this, dude.
What am I doing? It's this. It's the 3 fingers.
Yeah. It's funny, too, because whenever I say Mama Louisa's Italian Restaurante, I have to move the hand gesture. So, all right. So we got the first 2 questions. What we said they were, what they're going to be in this Super Mario Brothers themed edition of Tap Out, where you could win up to $125 in gift certificates to Mama Louisa's Italian Restaurante. With that said, if you're caller number 10, you could be our contestant. 600 KFMA, 605-362. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tap Out.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
All right, let's start off with caller number 10. If they can get this answer correct, then they're going to be our contestant. And then, of course, every question they answer correctly after that, they're going to score themselves a $25 gift certificate to Mama Louisa's Italian Restaurante. I'm just filtering through. Let's see who caller number 10 may be. Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
Gabriel.
Gabriel making it through again. Gabriel, can you be a scavenger this time, Gabe? Because I have you as my contestant all the time.
Yeah, you do. That's fine.
All right, love you, Gabriel. All right, let's go to this next one here. Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
Hey, it's Ronaldo.
Same deal. Let me get someone brand new, Ronaldo. Stand by, okay? All right, Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
My name's Alyssa.
All right, Alyssa. If you can answer this $25 question, you're going to be our contestant in Tap Out. Are you ready?
Hell yeah.
All right, you got 5 seconds to do so. Chef Michael, go ahead and ask that question.
What color is Mario's hat in the classic game?
Red.
That's right. All right, so that's $25 right there. All right, so they're going to progressively get harder. Now you got $25 in your bank account. For every question you're going to answer, you're going to get yourself another $25. Now, if you don't know the answer, you have 5 seconds to tap out so you can cash out with what you won. With that said, are you ready for your $50 question?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
All right. Who is Mario's brother and playable partner in the two-player game?
Luigi.
That is correct. Look at you. Are you a Super Mario fan?
Luigi.
You like playing Super Mario?
I sure do. I still have an old school Super Nintendo.
Okay, well, then you're going to get this $75 question. Chef Michael's going to ask it. You got 5 seconds to answer. Good luck.
What is the main goal of the game?
Main goal of the game.
What is the what?
The main goal in the game.
To beat Bowser and save Princess Peach.
Bam! Yeah,
We need the air
verbatim. I got air. Oh, yeah, that's a different tab.
princess is in a different castle.
All right, here we go.
All right.
$75 is in the bank account. The pressure is on. These get progressively harder. If you do not know the answer, you have 5 seconds to tap out to get that $75, or you walk away with only $25. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
What power-up makes Mario grow bigger after getting it?
The mushroom.
No, she said, I would have accepted that or Blue Chew. You know what I'm saying? All right, okay. There you go. That's $100 in gift certificates.
Oh, I thought you said no. I was like, yes, it is.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, absolutely. All right, now here's
You
120.
made me question my entire existence.
I know. It's like, it wasn't the star. I know that.
All right, here we go. $125 on the line here. If you do not answer correctly within the 5 seconds, you walk away with only $25. So you must either tap out or answer the question within 5 seconds. Are you ready?
Yes. Let's go.
Here we go.
All right, I got faith in you. You got this. What is the very first enemy players encounter in World 1-1?
In what world?
1-1.
The first level.
The little toadstool thingy.
No!
She should have tapped out.
You should have tapped. Ouch.
Why didn't you tap out?
The correct answer we wanted to hear from you was a Goomba. A Goomba. Everybody knows it's a very racist way to describe a little monster, a Goomba.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. You got $25.
Yeah, that is great news for our scavengers here.
The term is a toadstool.
No, it's not. And honestly, it was 7 seconds before you blurted that out, unfortunately. So
Isn't Toadstool
He's
the
the guy
guy
with
with the
the-
mushroom head?
He's got his banging the princess.
I'll tell you what, you still got a $25 gift certificate. That's still going to get you some delicious food. Of course, the 70th anniversary of Mama Louisa's is happening here soon, where they get 70% off all of their menu items, all the food items, that
Yes,
is.
sir.
And now I need you to give me 4 numbers between 1 and 10.
Damn, you make them pick their other people.
Yeah.
Vicious. It's a vicious game.
Yes, it is.
1, 3, 7, and 9.
1, 3, 7, and 9. You know what? I feel the pain in her. Let's go 1, 3, 7 and give her 2 gift certificates.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was gonna say,
I'm gonna give you 2. I'm gonna give you 2 out of love, but then 3 scavengers up for grabs. So callers number 1, 3, and 7. Call now 600 KFMA 600-5362. It's a brutal game, but that's how it's played. Thank you so much for playing Tap Out.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
All right, you guys keep calling in here to pick up that $25 gift certificate, and we're going to be back with more right after this. Early this morning, Justin Spears came in and let us know which team he thought was going to get smoked for the Super Bowl. In case you missed it, it went like this. Back to Beef Vegan Presents. We got ESPN Radio's Justice Spears in studio with us. And go ahead and ask that question, Kendall.
Who's playing in the Super Bowl?
She's so cute. All right. So, yes, go ahead and tell her that, Justin.
Well, we have the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
That's who's playing in the Super Bowl.
And Tom Brady is no longer in the Patriots, right?
No.
Okay.
No longer. Gronk is no longer on the Patriots.
Belichick is no longer with the Patriots. Robert Kraft is on the Epstein list. The whole thing is messy. All right, let's get into this. In this game, of course, we got Chico Smoke Shop, who's always supporting us, and they want to know which team for the big game is going to get smoked. So out of these two, the Seahawks and the Patriots, it seems like a coin flip. Do you think one team's going to get smoked?
I don't think no team is going to get smoked in the Super Bowl, man. Yeah. It's not going to be like the Super Bowl we decade ago when the Denver Broncos and the Seahawks played and the Seahawks won 43-8. Right. It's not going to be any of that stuff, right? But if I were to choose which team is going to win the Super Bowl this year, I'm probably going to have to side with the Seattle Seahawks.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking about this, because, the Patriots, this is not your father's Patriots, right? This ain't the Tom Brady, the Rob Gronkowski. This is a team that's now led by head coach Mike Vrabel, who has the opportunity to become one of 5 people to win the Super Bowl as a player and also a head coach.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
A unique honor for sure.
Has a chance to make some history, and he did it with the Patriots as a player too.
Right.
So a lot of these guys, they get head coaching gigs, and it's with different teams. For him to do it with the same franchise, I think is very special. And then Drake May has the opportunity to become the youngest quarterback to win a Super Bowl, passing Ben Roethlisberger. So the Patriots, they're a very young team. I love the way they have built their roster. I love the additions of Stephon Diggs, getting Drake May some weapons. I think the Patriots are going to keep this in a competitive game. It's going to be a competitive matchup. But I think at the end of the day, the Seattle Seahawks, one thing that is their specialty is that they know how to create takeaways, and they have a top 5 red zone defense. So I think they're going to keep the Patriots out of the end zone. And if you're doing Super Bowl squares, because I know a lot of people do that at parties, 3-0 are your friends.
Really?
For the Patriots, because the Seahawks holding them to field goals, I think you're going to see a lot of 3s and 0s from the Patriots on Sunday. So Cardi B, I love you. I love your music. Wop, wop, wop. But I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks.
All right, so that means the Patriots are going to get smoked, and this week is brought to you by Chico's Smoke Shop, home of the smoking deals on Mission and Drexel. Justice Spears, ESPN Radio live on ESPN Radio from 7 to 9 a.m. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, guys.
And clear. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I want to talk about the beauty of kind of like a full circle moment that's happening here locally. You know about the legend of EG's. You used to work at EG's, right?
Oh, I did. I certainly did.
Yeah. Now, of course, EG's, as you know, became this, huge phenomenon here solely in Tucson. Then a big business came in, corporation. They bought it, and they turned it into a franchise. It completely destroyed the ranch fries, as I hear. I didn't grow up here like loving EG's, knowing EG's. EG's one of the first places I went to when I came down here because I had to be like, okay, what's this all about? And I always, if I see a new fast food joint, I'm like, yeah, let's try it out, dude. And I honestly was underwhelmed. And I know that's like blasphemous to a certain extent, but people grew up on it. And, when they taste it, they taste nostalgia. Right. But at the same time, also, I never had original EG's. I had corporate sellout EG's, which is a different game. Now, a place I do like is Slice and Ice. There's one on Grant, and, I'm like, ooh, man, that's pretty quick-ass pizza and everything else. And they have a lot of different stuff.
It's cheap.
It's super cheap, affordable, and so Slice and Ice had one location, but now they just opened up a second location. And let me show you this reel that Tucson Foodie posted yesterday, what they're calling a full circle moment. And as is the second EG's is now opened on Slice and Ice, I'm sorry. And this was the original EG's location. Right. So yes, that Slice and Ice was in the original building, one of the most original buildings of EG's historic franchise. In fact, actually, I think there was a piece that I wanted to read on it here that I saw how the owner originally was like, they started this in like 1971, whatever the case may be, right? And to be able to get that location, that specific location back again and turn it into their new passion, slice and ice, and take away the corporate BS. Is a huge win emotionally and financially and everything else. And a huge win for Tucson too, because that ranch slaps. They brought the ranch back, right?
Yeah.
So, and this is the same thing that happened with Angie's and Salad and Go. Which is crazy too. This is another locally Arizona success story where a couple was like, hey, we got an idea for a fast casual, healthy experience called Salad and Go. And we're going to do that. And they opened it up and they opened a couple locations and it was working like gangbusters. And their idea was we're going to make something affordable and we're going to make something healthy. And it's going to be fast. And so initially that worked, and then COVID hit, and it blew up even more so because it was so convenient, and they already had the business model in plan where they didn't have to worry about, social distancing and everything else that all other restaurants who previously were opened had to worry about. So they were built for pandemic. That's when a corporation came in and they bought it. And they bought it for a lot of money. And then immediately started raising the rates and cheapening the quality and all that. And then the owners of the former owners of Salad and Go, now the owners of Angie's, were like, well, you know what? We still have like a mission statement that we wanted to do. This is for our community. We want to continue to have healthy food that is stripped of all the poison that, fast food chains offer. And we want to make it affordable. And so they started opening up Angie's, and now Angie's are popping up all over the place, and I love it. I'm like, yeah, give me that real cooked chicken.
I need one close to me because I haven't had it still.
It's happening. Trust me. They're popping up like zits on a teenager. They're everywhere. So, and they're competing with Salad and Go. Well, so while Salad and Go's are going out of business, aka as EG's are going out of business, the original owners are starting to expand. And that, my friend, is as beautiful as it gets when it comes to capitalism. So, all right, I just wanted to point that out. Let's hit the reset. When we come back, we'll give you an opportunity to win tickets for Motionless in White and play a little game. So stick around. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. A song that came out of nowhere, became cool, and never stopped being cool. Deftones with My Own Summer on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Now, the monumental things happening in 2026, man. This show has been on the air here on KFMA under the, the name Beef Vegan Presents. Now going on 5 years. It'll be 5 years in July. I know it flies by in the blink of an eye, and I appreciate everyone riding with us, making it a possibility because. All right, so I had to get on the air here to let Gabriel and Arnaldo know that I'm hooking them up as scavengers for the gift certificates because I felt bad. I pulled up their names too. It's been a couple months since they've won, stuff, but they've won in Tap Out all the time and just names I'm familiar with. But I wanted to make sure that they were good. The yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They deserve it. Blood. The reason why that they call in, or the reason why they're in and they get to play all the time, is because they listen all the time and they're on it. They know they got it system. They got our number like locked in the phone. I don't want to punish them for that. I appreciate that. And we were just talking about beef games, which we're going to be doing. Did you hear the premise of this? So, and you know what? You should hear the premise because you guys inspire it with Knife Fight, because you and Gary do such a good job doing the cooking competition. And at the Union, when you do the final, it's such a fun place to do it, right?
100%.
So we wanted to do something special for our, listeners and also our sponsors and advertisers to do a live version because right now, like live game shows are it. We just had Price is Right at the Linda Ronstadt, right? Like people like going out to live game show events and participating in Beast games, Squid games. They're hot. So this is my variation of that, right? I want to play all these games that we play on the radio every day, plus some that we can't play on the radio live at the Union and give away a shit ton of prizes, right? And of course, eat, drink, be merry. And so that's what we're working on right now. I've got the green light. And already started to steamroll it. So Grant Union was nice enough to give us the fourth Thursday of every month starting in March. And we're going to go 7 to 10 on that. DJ Looney out there, he doesn't even know yet, but Looney, you're DJing. And, and then probably I'll get a couple friends too to kind of pop up, do performances, things like that. But yeah, we'll be doing Tap Out like we just did there. We'll be doing the last word. We'll be doing, a couple games, and you mark it in your calendar.
I am.
Good.
You said fourth Thursday of every month.
Fourth Thursday of every month.
Starting in March.
Yep. And it's going to be super easy and you know, all hands on deck kind of thing. Because the way I'm going to even do the behind the scenes, I'm going to run this like a game ops like I would do for a hockey game. Luckily, you know, it's kind of taking all the things that you do in life and steamrolling it into one. So I've like 10 years of knowing how to put on a show as far as, you know, on the behind the scenes aspect of the game ops side of it and being able to outline it and get everyone on the same page and included. And so I'll make sure that anyone that like wants to present a game, like I already have mentally in my mind, I got Kendall, I got you getting ready to do a game or two. Rico, you know how maniacal Rico is, you know, with two phone Rico.
And he's going to be rapping too at it.
Yeah, well, you know, should we do a performance of Rap GPT?
Do we want people to stay or leave?
I mean, we can do it at the very end to get them to go.
Right? Get them out.
It's closing.
If you stay, you got to listen to Rico rap.
Yeah.
Right. Like, oh, we got things to do.
Yeah. How can Rico do a game when he doesn't even have a cat? No, Todd. Let me address this real quick. This is my annual yell at Todd moment. All right, if I get them both in the screen right here, which is great. All right, then on the vertical, then I get neither. Right?
We have to be real close to each other.
Okay, yeah, just stay like that then.
And I didn't wear deodorant yesterday.
Yeah.
Today
and they
good.
both got
and she smells like spaghetti.
Right.
Yeah, they both got garlic
for
breath.
the fact of the matter, the vertical stream that I'm doing on YouTube, obviously, you know, most of us are watching the horizontal, you know, all the streamers, OG streamers. It was great. But the vertical stream I still have to do because that's how it gets new people to try to check out the show. And so to even make it like semi-visually pleasing.
She gets the viewers. I don't.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could do. See, even if I go like that, you know, there's only one. Yeah, and I got to put the eye candy on the screen. Kendall's the eye candy.
I mean,
I
some
got the
people
real
say
life
Rico's.
Super Mario.
Well, no, there's only room for one guy with a mustache on the cam.
That's true.
So
yeah,
you got precedent.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, he's been working out too. I mean, do a little bit of both. Todd,
both work out.
There you go, Todd.
No, and I got to do vertical because vertical does good reach. So, you know, for the sake of like expanding the brand and getting out there to new audiences and stuff like that, the vertical works. Plus,
why
we're
don't
on
you
Instagram.
come here, Todd, and set up a fourth camera, okay?
Yeah.
How about that?
For
You know what?
free.
I don't have
I appreciate
the
you,
ability
Todd.
for a
Thank
fourth camera. I wish I did. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I mean, I guess there's a way I could do it. But if I do
Well,
a fourth,
make Todd do it. He's the one that's, you know,
Yeah,
being
he
the
is.
squeaky wheel.
he is my, you know, my engineer, my producer. Unofficially, and he wouldn't admit that because he wants to get paid to get both those titles. But that's my boy Todd, and I hope Todd helps us out for Beef Games as well. We're back here on the air, by the way. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Do you do bets for the big game there, Michael? You ever like to bet on the game?
Yeah, I get down on that. I'm a gambler. I love to gamble.
I get down.
I get down.
Yeah, well, there's I got a list of 10 weird Super Bowl prop bets that you could do, you know, because when it comes to the game, you don't have to just bet on the score, who's going to be leading each quarter, things like that. There's all different types of things that you could bet for the Super Bowl. You know, here's some of the most popular ones. Like this one is funny, and it's a kind of pouring salt into the wound because if you remember, the last time the Seahawks and the Patriots faced off against each other, the Seahawks should have won the game, but they effed up royally, got greedy, and tried to decide to pass on the 1 yard line. So there is a prop bet asking if Seattle will attempt to pass from the New England's 1 yard line.
God, yes.
And they're about 90% certain it's not going to happen because Pete Carroll's not coaching this year, right?
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch is going to bet on that, though. You know,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know, they do say history repeats itself.
that's true. And honestly, would you see it coming? You know, you're like, there's no way they would do it again. And be like, son of a bitch, they did it again.
Yeah.
Right? They say, well, a Patriots linebacker catch a pass. About 94% certain this won't happen either.
No, 100% they'll get an interception.
Right.
The linebackers? Yeah.
Now, you know, over the past couple of years, we've been inundated with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, obviously, celebrity couple. And then they're always like, will Travis propose to Taylor after the game? You're like, ew. Shut up. I'm trying to watch football. I don't want to hear about your love story. Unfortunately, there is a celebrity love story going into this big game as well. And that's Stephon Diggs and
Cardi B.
Yeah.
I think he might propose to her after the game, but I don't know if that's dependent on if they win or not.
It
kind of is.
It doesn't look like. Well, first off, the Patriots aren't the favorites, right? So that's good news for Stephon Diggs. It's only 9% likely that he'd do that. And do I think is she even completely divorced from Offset yet? And I just think that red flag, bro, red flag. I don't know.
There's a lot of red flags about that lady.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, the WAP is nice and all, but come on. All right, and I'm not talking about Italians, right? Even though I should be saying, I got to clarify because we've been selling Mama Louisa's Italian restaurant there all day. Yeah, I'm not going to be smirched by Italian people here.
No.
All right,
I got you back, B.
Thanks. All right, which celebrity Patriots fan do you think would be shown on camera first? Of course, that you're talking about New England, right? And Boston. So which celebrity, if you're going to think right off the top of your head, Boston fan is going to be featured on television first? Rico?
Bill Burr.
Well, yeah, he is. And you know what? He's not even mentioned in this list, which is unfortunate.
Wow.
That's because it's the machine trying to bury him.
Because
he speaks the truth too much, right?
Yeah.
All right, what do you say here, Chef Michael?
I was going to say Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Dunkin'
The
Donuts.
Dunkin' Boys.
He's a
Dunkin'
close
Boys.
favorite. He's number 2 most likely to be shown. Yeah, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, they're tied because you can't show one without the other. What would you guess would be the number 1 then?
Well, because he took Ben, I'm going to have to take Matt Damon then,
No, they're tied at 2.
Yeah, they're one and the same.
Yeah. They're pretty much Siamese
combo
at this
deal.
point. Yeah.
Who else? Boston. This isn't.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I was going to say Tom Brady, but he's not Boston.
If I
but
pull
it's
down my pants and strip to my underwear, will that help you out?
Oh, Marky Mark.
That's right.
Yeah.
Marky.
See, I mean, your
I was
face.
like, definitely
Like, what?
not. It definitely would not help. I was
it doesn't wear
mortified.
Don't worry, it helped me.
I wear Hanes. Yeah, exactly.
They're not
So
Calvin
yeah,
Kleins.
Mark Wahlberg is the favorite at 25%, followed by that Ben and Matt, of course, and then John Cena, and then John Krasinski, which I didn't know he was from Boston, but
John Cena? I didn't know that.
How are you going to get him on camera?
I know you can't see it. Oh, well, that would be the joke. They show him on camera and be like, "Why are you putting nothing on camera?" It still hits. Okay. What do you think the percentage is likeliness that Bad Bunny will expose a nipple during a halftime show? Obviously, Nipplegate changed the way the media was consumed ever since Janet Jackson had her nipple exposed by Justin Timberlake. Again, Justin Timberlake is the villain in this story, even though they both conspired to have that happen. And that nipple ring is seared into my memory forever. What do you think the percentage of likeliness is that Bad Bunny shows nipples, Kendall?
I think high, above 80%.
I like that. What do you say, Rico?
Yeah, I'm going to go 50-50 on that one.
Okay. And Michael?
I say it's pretty low. I mean, I don't know.
Does he? I mean, his
Kendall was spot on. No. First off, he's a Latin lover.
Is he nipple centric on his performances?
Yeah, dude.
in general?
The guy
Well,
never
there you
wears
go.
shirts, dude.
Yeah.
So 81% likely he's going to show both nipples.
Very
So,
fashionable. He wears dresses, skirts, and
I
He's
get
a
down with
Bad
Bad
Bunny.
Bunny, but I don't think I've ever seen him without a shirt on, though.
You will.
I don't think I've seen him
I
with the
love
shirt
Bad
on.
Bunny.
Maybe we're on
Really?
different websites. Yeah.
Maybe we're in different timelines.
And then Justin Spears, he actually mentioned this one. This is always a big bet at the end of the, for every Super Bowl is what color is the Gatorade going to be that gets poured on to the winning coach? All right. Now, what do you think? And this is a classic bet. Which one do you think is tied? There's actually 2 colors that are tied at 30%. All right. And Kendall already knows this answer, so I'll let Rico take a stab at
I'm
it.
going to go with orange.
Okay. What do you say, Michael?
I say if it's Patriots, it's red. And if it's Seahawks, I'd say the yellow-green one.
You think the Patriots drink the red,
Color
huh?
coordinate?
Yeah. I know.
Who drinks blue Gatorade?
Well, in fact, actually, blue
What?
Gatorade was the most popular Gatorade over the last 10 years.
Yeah,
With
bro.
orange and blue are both tied at 30%.
yeah,
all right?
blue's like one of the best ones.
It's legit.
I only drink the lime cucumber Gatorade.
There you go. So you're bougie, though. You're
Yeah.
bougie. All right, so there you go.
Only
Some
Baja Blast.
Super Bowl side bets that you could be making this Sunday. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast. Be back with more after this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, there was the official viewership of the game be over or under 18.5 million people?
Under.
You say under.
Well, no, Bad Bunny's an international superstar sensation.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, what's
Over.
the over-under of Turning Point USA's Kid Rock halftime show?
20 million.
What?
I
What
mean,
is the Super Bowl
I don't even know what
average?
that's on. Honestly, the average, it continues to go up each and every year. And of course, they continue to promoted as a international sport, even though it's very much a Northern Hemisphere sport.
It'd be funny as hell if the Puppy Bowl beats out Kid Rock.
Yeah, that would be. Well, you know what? There's a good chance because the Puppy Bowl is actually on platforms. As far as this Turning Point USA is concerned, I don't know what platform it's going to be airing on besides like OWN Network or whatever, or Newsmax.
You have to go to its own website.
Right. Yeah, you got to go to a website, and it's like a website to watch a half. No one's going to do that, dude.
Like YouTube, maybe?
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's not unless Elon Musk pushes it heavily on X as a live thing, but that's not even associated with Elon Musk and X. So they can announce this all day long. Like I could announce I'm going to do a Super Bowl halftime show, but if I don't have anywhere to air it,
right,
then what the fuck? I mean, obviously, you know, Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl is going to be aired on, I think, CBS this year, but globally everywhere on its streaming platforms and everything else. Also, every television and every sports bar throughout the nation. So yeah, the smart money is over 118 million people are going to watch
definitely.
it. Yeah. 58% likely. All right. So, and then, who will the MVP mention first in his speech? All right. Who do you think the MVP will mention first in his speech, Kendall?
God.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cardi B.
He or she, I don't know why I say she. It's the NFL here. 75% likely to be, is he or she. 75% likely to be thanked first, teammates second, and then the city and the fans third. You know, yeah.
What about my wife?
Yeah, what about my wife?
My wife.
No mention of that? Nobody thinking that?
My wife.
Right. Well, I mean, some of them aren't married. There's a lot of kids playing these games, right? And then, you know, Stephon Diggs, if he gets
He like there was like a little clip that I saw where it sounded like I got to get mine first before I get hers or something like that, where like he's making it sound like if he wins then he'll propose.
I got to get my ring before she gets her ring.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's doing the Scarface method.
Why is that the Scarface?
Because it's like the quote, I think, isn't it? Like first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the woman.
Okay.
That way.
He's getting the money and the power. Well, Stephon Diggs has got the money and the power. He's been one of the best wide receivers in the game for a couple of years now. Let me show you an innovation that's going to change the game. This is something you're going to like. I know you hate getting wet in general by the rain. You bring in umbrellas and everything. There's an inventor who created the hands-free umbrella.
Whoa.
Hell yeah, dude. About time.
Yes.
It's a drone.
So easy to do, right? Yeah, this is a drone, a hands-free umbrella. And it follows him around wherever he goes, right? And so he's being able to come up with all the technology there. So it obviously just flies like a drone. And then underneath it, when he goes there, has a sensor there to follow him around. Right now,
he's so
testing
impressive.
it.
It's just like, cool, man. You put a tarp on a drone.
I know.
Smart.
I know. But
on a windy day too, it's probably not going to work.
Yeah, so
he
initially this first video is like, yeah, he just did that, and they're like, no, okay, modify it to where it follows you around, so wherever you walk, then you have this umbrella over your head, and that's exactly what he did. He's like, bet that's a good idea, and then so he threw away the remote control, tinkered around with it for a couple of years, as you're seeing in this video. And then, sure enough, was able to come up with the technology to make it follow him around. And I'll scrub ahead for the spoilers here.
His funeral. We're like, what happened?
Yeah. Spoiler.
Every great invention,
cut his throat.
inventor ends up getting killed by it.
Right.
Seems like it needs to be a little wider. It's not a lot of area coverage.
Then you build it. I mean, everyone's a critic. You know what I mean?
He's in China, not America. We're all fat here.
I'm pretty sure I saw that in BattleBots.
Right.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Confirm or deny there, Todd. I think you would know this, but yeah, he's ready to go. And you know, I'm sure now he's doing this for clicks and clout and all that good stuff. And now it's a fun little invention. But I know there's somebody out there thinking, yeah, there's a way to make this and mass produce this.
Yeah.
And so in the future, we didn't even think about it, but we're gonna have hands-free umbrellas.
Yeah, I'm for it. Sounds great.
Yeah, I know you would be.
Yeah.
Because you're lazy. I like holding umbrellas. You know, because I feel closer to, you know.
I like not having to charge my umbrellas. That's always a plus.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. There's, I guess some other videos here that I want to share with you here. This one, you saw how bad the winter storm is East Coast. I wanted to show this here.
I know. I'll never get over how bizarre it feels to be in Arizona watching the news on the East Coast. You're just like, oh, too bad.
I know.
What a shame.
I know. It's 83 degrees today. Yeah, but you know, that's how they feel when it's summertime, right? And they see the reports that it's 120 degrees here. All right, let's listen to this. Yeah. He's in Arizona. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see.
Yeah, I was like, well, dude, that's not good.
Yeah. It's intense.
All right, you know what? I'm going to stop sharing this. My apologies.
Never mind.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, the weather can kill too. We know that. We know that for a fact. We learned a lot so far today. We learned that Chef Michael's going to introduce iguana linguine here.
What?
Yes.
Iguana linguine.
Whoa. You got to import them off of Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh, still frozen.
Fresh from Florida.
It's still American.
Fresh frozen.
Yeah. It is crazy that people are doing that. The viral pizza video that Lindsay sent me on TikTok as well showed that, you know, this guy just brought in a couple of iguanas and the pizza chef was like, all right. And so he kills it. He sautés up the iguana. He puts it on a pizza, throws it in the pizza oven. He does like a white sauce base, right? Olive oil and mozzarella. So he didn't go with the tomato red, which was an interesting choice here for iguana, but it felt like he's done this before. And if you're going to do a white meat, I guess it kind of makes sense, like an Alfredo-ish kind of pie, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a iguana, seems like it would be a pretty lean meat, you know, not a lot of fat. So you would need like a creamy sauce to add some fat to it.
So if it was fatty, then you would go with the tomato base?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need, then it'd be just oil slick.
All right. Yeah, see?
So, there's methods for our madness.
Yeah. No, I know. And that's good. So then you would kind of like concur, be like, yeah, you probably went with the right approach on that. Yeah. I mean, the guy who ate the iguana pizza, we're back in the air, by the way, Rock 102.1 KFMA. The guy who ate the iguana pizza in that viral video seemed to enjoy it, but at the same time, I'm like, it wasn't Dave Portnoy. You know what I mean? I don't know.
So he's hiding a little bit.
Yeah.
He wasn't talking about the undercarriage on it.
Yeah. No, he did actually. That son of a bitch did. That's the one thing. He
got a nice undercarriage.
Yeah, this guy. I mean, that's what Portnoy did. Is he created everyone to be a pizza snob, and they all say the same things where you know they're posing. Like, go check out the undercarriage looks good. No flop. Check out the flop. Yeah. You know.
One bite, you know the rules. Meanwhile, they're eating like 6 bites before they give the score.
Now, I always considered myself, I'm actually mad that he came up with that because I considered myself a pizza aficionado for years. Even when I came down here initially, I came in and down here for Tucson, and I was mad because I couldn't find good pizza. It took me years to actually find some good spots, but there was a lot of basic spots down here. Now, the good thing is the Mexican food makes up for the lack of great pizza.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just phenomenal Mexican food. But yeah, you'd be surprised at how many great pizza joints are up in Phoenix area. Phoenix, you know,
Chris Bianco and all that.
Yeah, they started getting the praise nationally, being like, wait a second, this place is kind of like a hub for the pizza pies. But I'm like, hey, we're so close. Come on, man, trickle down here.
Right.
You know, what's your spot when you want to get good pizza?
I got a couple. If I want like a fluffy, chewy dough, I go to Fresco.
Yeah, okay.
Matt's place.
Yeah.
If I want kind of that Napoli style, go to Zio, Matt's place as well.
Yeah. But they do pretty good because that's a brick oven too, or no? I mean, what are they? Wood
gas.
fire.
It's wood fire gas. Yeah.
Yeah, wood fire gas. Yeah, and they do good. They have really good dough there, and of course you get the birria pizza, and that's something that you're not going to get in most places.
Yeah. And then if I want Chicago, I go to Rocks, but I don't get the deep dish. I get the thin.
Yeah,
that's the party cut.
Yeah, no, he has good thin crust too. People always look at that deep dish.
That's the real Chicago stuff.
That's true. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll get that deep dish when I go.
I'm in my feels.
Yeah, I want to eat like half a pizza though, not just one slice. If I eat a deep dish, I have one slice. I'm toasted.
Yeah. I know.
I want to just
comatose.
I want to get in it, bro.
I know, but sometimes it's worth it. That's why I'll do it once a month, or I'll treat myself. But I mean, I remember this is even before I was down here in Tucson. I hit a rock bottom emotionally, right? I think I went through a breakup and I was sad and I was like, I gotta do something to make it feel better. And I got myself a deep dish with sausage and pepperoni. That's what I do. And people go out there, they do fentanyl, they do all this stuff. That's bad for you. But eating a whole deep dish pizza is bad, just as bad as Fenty.
People drown their sadness in alcohol. You're like, no, I'm doing it with sauce, baby.
I do it with pie, dude.
I'm getting lost in the sauce.
That's how I heal my heart, man. And it's something that, I've gotten over every breakup. I've gained 10 pounds in the process. Worth it though. Worth it.
She means nothing to me.
It's the Ben Stiller from Dodgeball at the end when he's watching Chuck Norris.
A lot of people lose weight in breakups to try to get their revenge buddy. I'm like, no, I'm going to revenge on myself.
Why did you do this again?
Yeah. All right, we're going to recap everything going on. We want to talk about Floyd Mayweather suing Showtime here on the podcast broadcast stream, and we'll be back with the beef tip after these words. Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, I got all the buttons correctly. Is there anything that caught your attention this week that you wanted to touch on before we end the show here, Miss Kendall?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me check. I send myself reels on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's weird or not.
No, how do you send it to yourself? I love that. You save them. I mean, I save.
Yeah.
All the time.
I don't do that. I literally just when you go to send it to a friend, just type in your own handle.
Damn. You can do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, good to know.
You are your best friend.
I learn
Kendall's
something new
hacks.
every day.
Yeah.
I text myself a lot too. Like when I go to the grocery store, I'll text myself a grocery list.
You know they got there's a notes app for that.
Yeah, that's dumb. I mean, the other thing was cool, but that was
no, it's not.
You had us at hacks and then
like
you lost
same
us.
thing.
But her mind's focused on like the HR sort of like email lifestyle. So it's like getting that from her is more it takes precedent.
Right.
Oh, it's for me. It's important.
Yeah, it doesn't make it less dumb though. Yeah. Because you can eliminate a step there.
Hey, somebody asked a question about earlier on the stream about T-shirts, like merch for the beef games.
Ooh, yes.
That's a great question.
Who wants a T-shirt?
Yeah, we'll see. That'd be nice. I could borrow the T-shirt cannon and just blast people in the front row.
Put blindfolds on them. Like, yeah, all right, here we go. It's another game.
Yeah,
game.
I will be giving away
bobbing for T-shirts.
Yep.
Yeah, I will be giving away a beef jersey for beef games as well. And then we'll have tickets to give away for the Tucson Roadrunners for sure. But, we're working on all that stuff. The only thing that we can't do is other restaurants that are like-minded to the union.
Like sit-down
base.
restaurant. Right?
Yeah, so we can't do Michael's Mama Louisa's at beef games, unfortunately, because Grant's like, no, I got restaurants. I got Italian restaurant people need to go to. You know what I mean? So
he ain't got my pasta.
Yeah, that's true.
I like Grant. I love Grant.
Yeah,
but he ain't got my pasta.
That's true. I know.
We can sell his street tacos, his iguana tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. If it's fast casual, we can do that. So we are transit. There's going to be a bunch of places. And then, of course, we'll be giving away stuff for union reforma, things like that for different tap outs. So he's tapped in to host the event. He'll have some of that. And then who else? What else knows? I mean, we're going to kind of shoot big. They're just like, what can we do? I'm like, we can give away washer dryer if they can.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what can we not do?
Reach out to that guy.
Yes, exactly. We are reaching out to that guy.
He's too busy being the marshal right now, though.
Do you think we'll do any physical games?
Yeah. So here's an example of a physical game that I gave that I have jotted down, like a blindfolded pyramid game, right? And so I'll do a bunch of different stuff. But there's those games that that go viral on family Christmas games.
Yeah. Like sitting on balloons or something, or like.
Yeah, not necessarily sitting on balloons. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty freaky. I'm not gonna bring out the old school club games. I had a game because I DJ'd at bars before, right? So I would come up with games all the time. When I was DJing, we would give away bar tabs and shit. One of the games I was fond of is I would have girls put a Sharpie in their mouth, right, and then draw a happy face on a guy's stomach, right, while he was sitting down. And so you know what that looks like, right? And then we judge the happy face. And everyone's just like hooting and hollering. It's a great game. That's not a game that we're going to be doing at beef games, right? So
I was going to say, can I draw that on you?
Yeah. You can. I got a Sharpie right over here. Actually,
that'd be funny. Somebody do it. You have to draw from a hat, like a draw from a bucket of who gets to draw on you.
Like it's like the Squid Games with the little but you got to replicate that on the person.
Yes. Yes. And when you do it with just holding it in your mouth, and you're like,
right. Yeah. Oh, I think I dig it. Let's do that one.
And if you lose, we tase you.
I know. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
You got to do it with like the shock collars on.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We have a lawyer that's involved.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
wow. Way to get down.
I know.
Way to bring the energy down.
Yeah. Damn. So, and then some of the games aren't even composed yet, because some of the games will be customized to whoever our sponsors may be for each game, right? So we have a basis of what we're going to go off of, and then we're going to create from there. And so as we continue this month, it's kind of like the work month, going out, getting all the prizes together and all the sponsors together. And then the March is the promotion month and execution, and then we're going to run it back in April and May. And they're like, why stop? And I'm like, because I want to fucking break, man. You know what I mean? We're going to put a lot into this.
And it's going to be hella hot after that.
Exactly. And then we'll revisit. If everything goes well, we have a great time, people enjoy it, we'll revisit it in the fall, and we'll do it again. So we'll do 2 different series. What's happening?
I don't know. There's some weirdo.
We'll show you afterwards.
Yeah. All right. Rocco at 2.1 KFA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're almost out of time. So before we leave you, first off, I want to thank Chef Michael for coming in, doing Tap Out with us, and congratulations on 70 years at Mama Louisa's.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, dude. And of course, they're celebrating their 70th anniversary where you get 70% off all menu items, food related, at Mama Louisa's on what day?
February 17th,
right
11 to 8 a.m. or 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Do you think you could run out of pasta? Is that possible? Or are you gonna be?
Oh yeah. If you're coming in at 7 o'clock, you better be ready to be like, you can get this or this.
Yeah, you can get this or this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you what you can have instead of what we're out of.
Yeah. The
Just
special today is whatever we have left. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that will lead into the beef tip because 70% off, that's a fantastic deal. Of course, Americans right now, with the price of everything going up, is always looking for the best deal. So I actually came across a Consumer Reports study that found the cheapest and priciest grocery stores in America, right? They looked at 35 different chains. And then after all that work, they found the cheapest place in America to go. And that, of course, is Costco. Costco is the cheapest. They compare prices for all stores and how much you'd pay at Walmart, the largest chain in the U.S. You'll pay an average of 21.4% less at Costco. And then you think about the other places, just started getting far much more than that. So the priciest major supermarket, of course, is Whole Foods. That shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. You kind of pay for the quality there. But that stuff costs an average of 40% more than Walmart prices. But I think you could taste test the difference between the two. I don't know. Don't forget another beef tip there. If you're getting meat by the pound, weigh it. Because there was a viral video going around of a guy going to Walmart, taking the priced meat, going to the scales and finding out that it's marked twice as much as what it's weighed. And of course, you're paying by pound. So whenever you're buying this stuff, always double check the store. All right.
Good tip.
Thanks. All right. Yeah. Just trying to save people money. Save 70% off on February 17th, Mama Louisa's. You can check out their entire delicious menu, mamalouisas.com, right?
Yeah. mamalouisas.com. Facebook will have some more announcements for all of it coming up too.
Excellent. Well, and we'll keep reminding you as well. But thank you again. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast broadcast. Tomorrow morning, we're going to wrap things up with the Super Friday show. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
Mama Louisa's.
on a side of beef,
Goomba is a racist term.
But if you Goomba.
It's a little monster. I call him a Goomba.
Right, I got used to get so much heat about Guido Q.